Hey everybody, thanks for coming back into another episode of Ray Starting with the Basics. So we're going to continue on with painting, only this time we're going to be painting that dining room wall I was telling you about. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you a few more tips, a few more tricks, and a few other things that you didn't see in the last video. We'll continue building on from there. Stay tuned. Alright, so now we went ahead and I got that other color already shaken up for you. I got the other supplies already brought out. So again, this is my other color. It's going to be a darker blue. It's in the room that gets the most sun, which is your dining room. I got that frog tape that I told you about, and I got another paint brush. Here you go. Alright, ready? Show you how this works here. Short, sweet, and simple. Just got to peel this up real quick. Take a piece and tear it off if you want. And there's that. Let's bring you in closer. Here it is. As you can see, it's barely touching that wall all the way around. Take you back out. All right, so now we're going to do that same technique that I showed you over there for the living room. Shake this bad boy back up. Careful when you open it up. I like opening it over top of my actual, usually the drop cloth, but in this case I'm using my toolbox. You're almost always going to get some kind of spillage. Pull this bad boy out here. This is a brand new one. So you saw that other one. You wondered if I might actually trick you. Nope, brand new, never been used. All right, so let's take this here. I'm left-handed, so this is going to be a little bit different for me. This is a little bit gutsy, but again, I'm going to pull that off just like that, right off the top. And we're going to side to side here. We're going to go around this. Now, one of the reasons I'm going around my thermostat is because this is an area that will allow me to have a white contrast. And white is one of the other colors that's in our hallway. So I'll be able to see this color in close correlation with everything else. Granted, the rest of this is pretty much like a white or a cream color anyways. But if I have it close to the hallway, then I can see how that transition is going to affect me looking at this room and see if I don't like the way that it looks on this side. You can do all kinds of fancy designs on it, which is a little bit more technical and detailed, which we can go over later if you want. If so, leave a comment down below. I'll show you how to do that. You can use tape to do it. You can paint it a couple of different ways. Again, I'm giving myself a nice little swath here. Every time I dip in, I pull against that lip. And you can see how this goes back and forth, and I go up and down. That allows me to mix it in. Especially because this is a textured wall, I go more than one direction. All right, I'm gonna make this just a little bit bigger. Wonderful thing that I like about doing this on a textured wall, especially for you as you're watching this, as you can tell, here, let's jump over here a little closer to this corner. So if I only went one direction, there it is. Now if I go back the other way, I got most of it, but I still got a little bit of white right here. Now if I come like this, almost all that white's gone. Then I would go back the other way, but I don't have a drop cloth down there, and I might actually spill some, so I'm gonna stop there. We'll just fill in this gap right here. There you go. So you'd pay somebody like me probably about $1,500 to $2,000 to come in and paint your entire house, depending on how much that paint's actually going to cost me. Most of that money for me is just going to be in labor, because it's going to take me time to come in, set everything up, wipe down your walls like I told you how to do with a sponge and a bucket and a little bit of water. They do make wall cleaner if you really want to get that in depth to it. I don't do it. If I have something that actually has that, I might take some simple green, spray it on the wall, wipe it off with one sponge, and then come behind it with that second one and with the regular water, and then again get it kind of damp and run it across. I might do that once or twice. If I'm working on a house that actually has somebody that was a smoker, definitely going to do that, because that's going to help bring some of that oil and that tar or whatever else is on the wall off before I put my paint on. If you are a smoker or working on somebody's house that is a smoker, it is imperative, because if you paint over the top of that wall without cleaning it, you will not have that color actually stick. You're going to have spots that are going to peel, you're going to have spots it's not going to adhere to. It's going to give you all kinds of disasters. So take the time and do the prep work. Prep work with painting is the most labor intensive part of it. Quite honestly, it is. I throw a mat down here on the bottom that actually catches the paint. I take things off like what you saw me do right here. I go ahead and wash the wall off. I might do that before I take things off. Then I come back through, I'll put my primer coat on, let that dry, wait a day or two, come back the next day, and I'll be able to paint your house. Effectively, if I'm doing everything correctly and I'm not having too many weird spots to work with, closets are one of the worst, then I would be able to effectively paint your entire house in probably less than a week. That includes setup, moving things away, getting things cleaned up, washing the walls off, taping everything off, putting the primer on there, letting it dry, and then coming back with 2 coats of paint. And it would look like that. Side note, this wall right here is the wall that I actually went ahead and framed and then put the drywall on myself and then mudded the sides over. Some of this I needed to feather out a little bit more, but you probably can't really see any of that for the video. And the only reason I really know about it is because I put it up. So, well, that's going to do it for this episode of Ray Starting with the Basics. Make sure to click that like and subscribe button down below so you get more videos like this. We can go into another project where I'm actually painting an entire wall if you want. Just let me know. We can do that. The wife likes changing paint colors, so I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be hard to convince her to allow me to do one specifically just on painting. And I'll show you how I wash it, show you how I put the tarp down, show you how I do the rolling technique, all that stuff. It's not hard, it's actually quite simple and easy, and a fresh coat of paint, whether you're sprucing your house up or selling it, goes a long way. All right, guys, so yeah, thanks for tuning back in again. I appreciate you guys coming back. I didn't think that I'd have this many subscribers by this point. We're definitely over double digits, which is cool. I've only been doing this for about a little bit more than 2 months now. So again, thank you very much. I also picked up an editor, a gentleman that I've known for a long time, so I want to thank him in this video. And he's been doing fantastic work for me. Outside of that, I showed you what it looked like up close and personal. Again, another reason to put 2 coats versus 1. You saw one on a flat surface and one on a textured surface. So let's put 2 coats on there. The wife didn't like that color, so we're going to go ahead and get a darker one. But again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and we'll keep bringing more and more information to you and continue to build on to what we've known from weeks prior. Well, if you got any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to leave them, and we'll see you next week.